God said just before evening, "It is good." And indeed, despite of all that happened and didn't happen on yesterday, God still appeared just before evening and said, "It is good." Then it was evening, and now we have before us the gift of a brand new day. This is the Reverend Dr. Laverne Corrine Williams Foster Hall Harvey Brown Fontaine Turner Hill Holt McCain, just happy to be here with just a little more time. We will continue with the book of Ecclesiastes, the preaching and the teaching of King Solomon on the real meaning of life, where he begins with everything is meaningless. And he ought to know, because he is the son of King David. Not only did he see his father live life and go from a sinner to a saint, but King Solomon himself lived a life. So no better person than to preach and teach and share with us his study on the meaning of life. And so this morning we will begin with chapter 7 and pick up with verse 13 through 22, where Solomon continues to talk about wisdom. So, beginning with verse 13, consider what God has done. Who can straighten what he has made crooked? When times are good, be happy. But when times are bad, consider God has made the one as well as the other. Therefore, a man cannot discover anything about his future. In this meaningless life of mine, I have seen both of these. A righteous man perishing in his righteousness, and a wicked man living long in his wickedness. Do not be over-righteous, neither be over-wise. Why destroy yourself? Do not be over-wicked, and do not be a fool. Why die before your time? It is good to grasp the one and not let go of the other. The man who fears God will avoid all extremes. Wisdom makes one wise. Wisdom makes one wise man more powerful than 10 rulers in a city. There is not a righteous man on earth who does what is right and never sins. Do not pay attention to every word people say, or you may hear your servant cursing you. For you know in your heart that many times you have cursed others. Verses 13 through 22. The preaching and teaching of King Solomon, the wise man. I have themed this book of Ecclesiastes for me. Feed my good. Oh God, feed the good of the nation and the world. And so as I begin to unfold the gift of this beautiful day, embraced within the palms of my prayers, and I invite you to embrace within the palms of your prayers. Very simply, feed my good. Feed the good of this nation and feed the good of this world, so that just before evening, yes, we will hear God say, "It is good." This is the Reverend Dr. Laverne Corrine Williams Foster Hall Harvey Brown Fontaine Turner Hill Holt McCain. Feed our good.